is typically not something that's eligible for the restoration.
I thought the diagram made it look like they're replacing the canopy. That's probably what they're referring to as
That-
roof, it looks like.
That very well could be, yeah. I'm sure, yeah, that is coming off, they have kind of a mono truss lean-to coming off the front to give kind of a front entryway. So I think the vast majority of the work is gonna be on the actual, that front part and the siding of the building there, which would all be all eligible items.
Now, does concrete fall into that? They did put some sidewalk on the north end.
Sidewalk, concrete, no, it does not.
But it shows on this bid that's not included in the bid anyhow, the 15,000, is it? It says
No,
it's not included
that's-
anyhow, so,
Yeah,
Right.
there's a separate concrete quote
yeah.
for the concrete work there.
I'll make a motion.
I would second.
Got a motion by Holland, second by Davis.
For 2,500?
Yes.
Give you
Yes,
a mouth.
I'm sorry, yes, 2,500, maximum.
2,500, okay. I have two motions. I need a roll call, please.
Davis,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Hermson,
Yes.
Schweitzer,
Yes.
Hingen,
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 14, motion to adopt a resolution approving the return to work program and medical services policies.
This is something that the safety committee, the aforementioned safety committee has reviewed and discussed, and we've reviewed a plan, return to work policy provided by, from our insurance provider and for putting a policy into place for getting workers who are off on work comp or other related injuries to get them back into the workforce and to help them on the recovery process and get them back in the swing of things. So, the safety committee recommended its approval, and, hopefully with getting this in place, we'll bring our mod factor down even further.
What, Steve, what, safety committee is that?
That's the city safety committee that's made up of, myself, Barb, the mayor sits on that, Tim Donnelly, Randy Miller, Doug Cook, Mark Luloff,
Okay.
Tim Donnelly.
Mike Walker.
No.
No,
he's
oh,
on that.
Park and Rec, Bobby Bailey.
Bob Beatty.
That's right.
More of the department heads,
Yes.
okay.
Do we have one now?
No, we do not.
I make the motion, we accept this one.
I would second. I'm
Motion
sorry.
by, I had stereo there, I don't know who was first.
Take a pick.
It's,
Okay.
it's not really a council committee,
Hill,
it's a
I
department.
have a motion by
head.
Hill, second by Schweitzer. Roll call, please.
Holland,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Hermson,
Yes.
Schweitzer,
Yes.
Hingen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries. Let's go to old business, item 15, review and discussion of proposal submitted by Usher Architect for heating and cooling system upgrades for City Hall. Motion to authorize the taking of bids for HVAC upgrades to City Hall.
We've got Steve and
Steve
Joe
here.
are both here tonight to kind of walk us through it. I know in your packet there, you've got the budget, the high and low estimates for the various parts of the proposed project, broken down between the new construction, elevator, heating and cooling system, electrical upgrades, roofing. So that's all in there. I also made a copy of just a little spreadsheet I threw together today that kind of compares the two and gives some pros and cons, which hopefully Steve or Joe can add to or take away from.
Yeah, I'm Steve Usher. The first thing I want to emphasize is these numbers are budget numbers, and it's not based on any type of a design yet, so we wanted to make sure that we're very comfortable that we have the high end covered. As we get into the design, get into the bidding, we're hoping these numbers will come down, but these are budget numbers that we started out to work with. So I don't know if you want to, do you want to have Joe try to, or this is Joe Caban, consulting engineer. Do you want to have Joe try to describe the two systems and
Yeah.
start
I think
there
that'd be
with
good.
the,
Yeah.
the design narrative maybe?
Okay.
Passed around two little handouts. I don't know if Steve Deers gave you a copy of this. This is a report, an
Yep.
energy analysis report. And then the other thing I passed out is a little handout to give you an idea what a variable refrigerant flow system, heating, ventilating, air conditioning system is. That's the one I think that we probably should go with. We did, as you know, your boiler is shot, and so, and I've heard that there have been some concerns about the quality of the temperature control in the various spaces within the building. So we're looking at two different approaches. One is rooftop units, which could either be one bigger one or a rooftop unit that would serve each floor. And then, because there are multiple spaces per floor, we need to have some sort of terminal system so we can get individual temperature control in the various spaces, because each one will have a different load profile. So our base system is going to be rooftop units, which will provide heating and cooling, and then we will have a hot water system for reheat. And the reheat is what gets you the individual temperature control in each zone. So, you know, people in this space might need cooling, and the guy next door might want his temperature a little warmer. And so that is a way to eliminate temperature control complaints. And the boiler we would use would be a high efficiency boiler, and compared to the bigger one, I don't know if y'all have seen that, it's a pretty big sized piece of equipment in the basement. Newer boilers are totally different, and they're much smaller. They'll go through a door, so you don't have to tear the building apart, and I would want to get it up on the level 2, and then we just have piping going routed throughout the building. Then the other system would be, it's called a variable refrigerant flow, and I assume you understand what a rooftop unit is. It's, you know, heating and cooling units sitting up on the roof with ductwork coming down through the building. But if you look at what I passed out here, this little picture down here in the corner, okay, if you look, right here is what's called the outdoor unit, and what that is, that's an air-to-air heat pump. And so that will provide heating and cooling year-round, and you will get most of your heating from the heat pump. A limitation with an air-to-air heat pump, the colder it gets, the less heat it puts out, so you have to have a supplemental heat source, which gets us back to a boiler. So it'd be the same type of a system. And then, if you look, the outdoor unit, there's a heavy line, that's refrigerant piping. It goes to what's called a branch controller, which is the brains of the equipment. And then from that branch controller, you'll have smaller refrigerant pipes above the ceiling going to individual zones, indoor units, which is where you get your individual temperature control. Turn the page here. That little thing right there is what's called the branch controller.